Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Taylor. I'm a part-time Poshmark reseller. And today's video is gonna be a what sold video. So I'm gonna go over my sales from, some of them are from May and then also early June. The past 2 weeks, I have not been motivated and not been doing Poshmark a whole lot. I'd say like last Thursday, I was just like, oh my gosh, my Poshmark is so bad. Like my sales are horrible. I was in New York for a whole week and then I kind of was slacking on Poshmark when I got back for like another week. So I have not been in the whole Poshmark game as I normally am. But yesterday, which was Saturday, I literally dedicated the whole day to like getting my packages out. I went to the bin. I took so many photos of items that were on my rack upstairs. You guys have seen it before. So that was awesome. And then I did listings also. So I'm trying to get back in the groove of things. Anyways, yeah, I was in New York and I had the best time in New York City. I do have some footage that I'm gonna show at the end of this video, so definitely stay tuned for that if you guys wanna see like kind of a travel vlog. And there is a sample sale that I went to. It was like designer items that was in, I don't remember what the store was called, but it was located in the Chelsea market. But yeah, we did go shopping a lot in New York. I was not expecting to do a lot of shopping, but we ended up just shopping so much. It was like wild. My husband wanted to go to the Viore store, so we did get some things for him there. And then I went to this huge Aritzia store because we don't have an Aritzia where I live in Pittsburgh. And I just always see things online, but I can't try them on obviously or like see things. So I was like, I really wanna go to this Aritzia store. It was located in Lower Manhattan and it was such an awesome experience. So it's a huge, huge store. So there was 2 floors and I was just grabbing stuff like to try on, and the customer service was so good there. Like they were so attentive and so nice. This girl came up to me, she's like, can I, just start you a dressing room? Like, what's your name? And I'm like, Taylor. Like I noticed whenever I went and tried the items on, she was like adding things that she thought would look cute with like a pair of pants that I had. The dressing room was huge. And then there was these huge mirrors everywhere. There was big couches. So my husband got to sit on one of the couches and they were like, can I get you any water? I'm just like, what is going on? Like they were just so nice. And then, so I was just trying on so much stuff, like putting cute outfits together. So I did end up buying a few things and I really love the pieces that I got. I'm so happy about them. And then I was getting ready to check out and they had this whole coffee bar upstairs. And they were like, if you bring your receipt back after you make a purchase, you get a free latte, whatever you want. So I was like walking away to go pay for my items downstairs. And the girl that originally was helping me, she came and she was like, did you get your coffee yet? And I was like, no, I was just gonna go get my, pay for my items and get the receipt. And she was like, oh, no, come with me. We'll go get your coffee now. And so we went over there and she was like, oh, this is Taylor. She's, can I have her coffee now, and her husband. And I was just like, what? Like, I like felt like I was like somebody important for a second. I was like, oh my gosh. So then they got me my coffee. I went down, paid for everything. And yeah, it was just such a great experience. Those girls were just so nice because when sometimes, especially in New York, you can like walk in a store and automatically they're like looking at you, like you feel kind of judged or like you don't belong there. But in that store, I just felt so good. They were just so helpful. And the next time I go to New York, I definitely want to go back there because I just had such a good time. But yeah, overall, we just had the best time in New York. Also, I am so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't yet subscribed and you like thrifting or Poshmark, reselling kind of content, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the most to me. Okay, so let's get into the items that sold. Like I said, these are items from May and then early June. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first item that I wanna go over is this Studio 412 100% linen wrap dress. This was so cute. It was navy blue. It was just kind of like a classic dress. This was actually made in Maine, so it was made in the USA. That was a key word that I used. And yeah, the quality of the linen was just really nice. I found this in the bins, and the fact that it was a true wrap dress and not a faux wrap dress, because I've never heard of the brand Studio 412. So the fact that it was a true wrap dress and it was 100% linen, that made me want to look into that brand a little more, and it was a decent brand. So I ended up picking up from the bins. This item sold for $55 and my earnings were $44. So this was great, especially from the bins. Okay, the next item I want to go over is this Maury Lee bridesmaid dress. And this was a really pretty like sage green or minty color. It was a long maxi. I do really like picking up bridesmaid dresses. This one I picked up in the bins. There wasn't any flaws on it, which is great because when I'm looking at bridesmaid dresses, a lot of them will have like their drink was spilled or something, so like there's stains, and I am not picking up anything like that. I just want it to be in great condition if I'm picking up bridesmaid dresses. So this one was in great condition. It was really cute. It was a size 6 and this ended up selling for $50. My earnings were $40, so great sale. This did take a long time to sell. I would say I had this for like close to 2 years, but I don't mind that as much because it was a good turnaround in regards to what I got paid and versus what I paid for it. So yeah, I'm just happy that it did sell and I can move it out. Okay, next was this vintage Victoria's Secret gold label. It was like a slip dress or like a nightgown. This was so cute. It actually was new with tag, so it had the vintage, I think it was like from the 90s or Y2K era, like that old tag. So that was pretty cool. This I picked up. Hi, Figgy. You know you're not supposed to be on the table. Okay. Go down there. You are so bad. Okay. That was my cat Figaro. She is a very curious cat. Anyways, so this was so cute. So it was dead stock from Victoria's Secret. I used the keyword dead stock, obviously, and then gold label. And then I also used keywords like whimsical, fairy. I used pretty princess, Barbie, one of a kind, unique. I did give measurements. It was so flowy too. Like the skirt on it was just like so fun, and it would just be like so good for like a photo shoot or something like that. That's how I kind of envision it. This sold for $35 and my earnings were $28. I'm pretty sure I got this in the bins. I can't remember, but if I didn't and I went to the regular Goodwill and picked this up, I probably paid like $7 or $8 for this. So this was a great sale, and I think I only had this listed for maybe, I would say like less than a month. I think right before I went to New York, I listed this. So it probably was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks that I've had this. So not too bad. Okay, next is this Longchamp book bag or backpack. This, you guys saw me pick up in my last bins haul. This was in a new rotation and it was just like sitting on top. It was in excellent condition, but this one got so many likers. So I only had this listed for a few days and it sold, and it got so many likers in those days. Like, let me see. Yeah, 13 likers, and it was just listed just for a few days and it sold. So that was awesome. Longchamp is definitely a good brand, I guess, especially the backpacks. But this sold for $45 and my earnings were $36. So that was awesome. Great for the bins. I mean, I probably paid like $2 for this item, so that was awesome. Okay, and the next item that sold was this new with tag J. Crew 100% linen like roll sleeve tee. This I got on a Whatnot auction. So they were like pulling items out of this palette that had a lot of like Madewell, J. Crew, new with tag items. And they were auctioning off the bigger items, so like dresses, the coats, or jeans. And then for everything that you bought, they gave you a smaller item for free that you didn't know until you got your package. So I think I bought 3 big items and then they gave me 3 smaller items for free that I got. And this was one of the smaller items. So this was a great small item. I mean, I got it for free with the purchase. And it was new with tag, just a linen t-shirt from J. Crew. So this sold for $20 and then my earnings were $16. So that was pretty good. I'm really happy with that. Okay, the next item I want to go over are these J. Jill 100% linen again, which I think that's a theme because guys, I am selling so much linen right now. Like these are all from June. So everybody's like looking for linen. Anyways, these are just like a pull-on stretchy waist pant from J. Jill. And I know like stretchy waists are in too. So this was a pretty good sale. The color was like a gray stone. I used keywords like earthy, organic, things like that. These sold for $22 and then my earnings were $17.60. Again, I got this in the bins. That's the main place that I source items from, is from the bins. So that's where the majority of my items are going to be from. But okay, next is this Madewell shirt dress. This was really cute and it was in like new condition. I could tell by the inside terry cloth that it was just in like new condition. I don't even think it was like worn or washed. This item I got in the bins again. It sold for $23 and my earnings were $18.40. So this was a great, just like everyday kind of like a bread and butter sale, I would say. Okay, next I have a pretty good bundle. So I think I was running 40% off. I'm pretty sure. So there's 3 items in this bundle. All of the items I got from the bins, okay? So the first item was this Talbot's 100% merino wool and this sweater, and this felt so good. When I first touched it, I thought it was like a cashmere or cashmere blend, but it was just 100% merino wool, which is still great fabric. Again, I don't even think that this was worn. It just felt so new and fresh. And then they also bought this Tory Burch Sport 100% cashmere sweater. This was a size large. You guys saw me pick this up at the bins on one of my hauls. This cashmere is so thick. It was so beautiful. The color was gorgeous. This was a beautiful sweater. I listed it for $250. Then they also bought this Rochester 100% cashmere sweater. So they definitely were going after the nicer 100% materials. This was also a 2 extra large tall. And then the Talbot's merino wool was a 1X, and then the Tory Burch was a large. But anyways, so for the whole bundle, so they offered me $192 for these 3 items, which the Tory Burch one I had listed for $250 alone. The other 2, they were listed for $35 each. But yeah, so they offered me the $192 and I accepted that. I think it was the 40% off. I'll have to double check. But my earnings on this was $153.60, which is awesome because again, all 3 of these items I got in the bins. So I probably paid, I'm not kidding, I probably paid like $6 for all 3 of these items and I got $153.60. So I was just ecstatic about this. I mean, I probably could have waited on the Tory Burch and got more, but I am not mad at all because I made a very good profit on those. And she got a great deal actually. So she's probably happy. Everyone's happy, so love it. The next thing that sold were these North Face khaki like cargo hiking pants. These were a larger size. Yeah, they were 16. They sold for $25 and my earnings were $20. These again, I got in the bins. So just a really good like bread and butter sale. I mean, I'm not ever gonna complain about a bins item selling for 25 bucks, so. Okay, next was this Free People Lady Luxe. It's called a layering top, and it was just really pretty lace. It was very stretchy material. It's still on the Free People website in different colors. The one I had, I don't think that color was still on the website, but it's obviously like a well-known top that they decided to make more colors and have it on their website consistently. So this sold for $18 and my earnings were $14.40. This item was so like sheer and lightweight, so I can't imagine that I spent more than $1 on this. So, and it also was only listed for maybe like 2 weeks. So this was a pretty good turnaround. Pretty happy with that. Okay, next were these Reformation Jamaica, another 100% linen pair of shorts. These sold for $22. My earnings were $17.60. Again, I did get these in the bins. They were very like, you know how linen can get very like wrinkled and like bunched up? That's kind of the condition that these were in when I got them in the bins, and I had to steam them and like bring them back to life a little bit, but they ended up being in good condition once I brought them back to life. And then, yeah, I mean, again, I probably spent like $1 on these because they were really lightweight, so not too bad. Okay, next for these Prana hiking pants, I guess. I used keywords like rust and terracotta. They were called like the Emma Knickers, which is kind of a weird name. I also used keywords like cargo, hiking, cropped, capri, utility, and then they were also organic cotton and lycra, like a blend. These sold for just $16. I mean, again, they're kind of, I would say that these are a little bit of a dated style, and I got them in the bins. So I was okay with taking the $16 offer. And then my earnings on this was $12.80. So made a little bit of money there. Okay, next was this Lulu's Garden romantic maxi dress. This was so cute. I love this dress. It was actually in my size, and I was thinking of trying it on and like wearing it to a wedding at some point, but I just let it go. This sold for $50 and my earnings were $40. I got this in the bins. I used keywords like organza, flowers, garden, romantic, wedding guest, formal, cocktail, evening dress. Super cute. The slit was so adorable. There was so many stock photos also, which I loved to sell the item. Like, it was just really cute. I liked that dress. And I know Lulu's isn't the best like anymore, especially because there's a lot of older pieces, but if you find certain ones and you know that the style is still in, and they have, I think if they have good stock photos too, because that really sells an item, and they're more like recent, like you can tell when a stock photo is more recent versus like an older stock photo. So I feel like with that, I definitely do my research on Lulu's items. I pass on a lot of them, but every once in a while I'll get one and I'll be like, and I'll think that it's worth looking up, and this is one of those pieces. Okay, next item was this Tempo Paris 100% silk peasant blouse. This was so cute. Now, I've never heard of this brand Tempo Paris, but what made me want to look it up was the fact that it said Paris, the fact that it was 100% silk, and the fact that it had like, it was a very peasant boho looking, like the style of it. So those three factors was why I looked this up. And the brand Tempo Paris, I guess it is like a boutique-y brand, but it does pretty well. This one I had listed again for like a week maybe, and it sold, so it sold pretty quick. I got this in the bins. It sold for $21 and my earnings were $16.80. I used the keyword muted green also, which I think is a good keyword. I also used steampunk. Which, because of that like corset that you can see, it's not really a corset, but it has like that snug kind of style to it right here, which reminds me of like steampunk, that kind of aesthetic. And then I just used like boho, bohemian. But yeah, this sold so quickly. I'm very happy with this. And if I see that brand again, Tempo Paris, I'm definitely gonna, I'll probably pick it up. I don't want to say definitely, it depends on the piece again. Like it has to have like that good style that's in right now also. So I definitely think it's a good brand to look out for though. Okay, the next item that sold were these two premium bathing suit tops. So I was in the bins, and I swear somebody just donated their like huge premium bathing suit collection, because I found this brand called Vicks Paula Hermione. There was a pink bathing bikini, and I found the top and the bottom, they were together. There was a yellow one from that brand. I think there was another one. There was a few others, bathing suits from like Revolve. I can't remember all the names of the brands. I felt the bathing suit and I could just tell that it was like a good fabric for a bathing suit. So then I started looking up all these brands and just grabbing all these like random pieces. And then I went back to my cart and was trying to match everything up, see what I had. And there were these two that didn't have the bottoms. So the one was called Maricia And then the other one was that Vicks Paula Harmony. Yeah, they were both a size medium. And then I used the keywords like premium, luxury. I think that's it. Yeah, I didn't even go crazy on the keywords. But this sold pretty quickly. I mean, it's the summertime, so it makes sense that bathing suits are selling. But yeah, that was pretty good. These sold for $37. My earnings were $29.60. So that was awesome because these bathing suits didn't weigh a lot. So I probably paid like $1, if that, per item. So that was pretty good. I'm really happy with that. Okay, next are these Bionic sneakers. And you guys saw me pick these up in a bins haul. And they're a size women's 12. So I was like, man, they were in excellent condition. They're really cute. But I was like, man, I think I'm going to be holding on to these for a long time because of the size. Like, I don't think a lot of women wear a size 12 in shoes. So I listed these. I was just not even excited, kind of. And somebody offered me $25 for them. Probably like, I would say 2 weeks after I listed them, if that. And I went ahead and accepted it just because I was like nervous that it wasn't ever gonna find another buyer. I was like, I'm just gonna take this buyer. I got these in the bins and my earnings were $20, so pretty good. I'm happy with that. And they were in great condition. She even messaged, when she wrote the review, she was like, these are in excellent condition. I'm so happy. So that was awesome. Okay, next is this bundle. These are Banana Republic like career pants. These are the Sloan style. And there was 5 of these pants. They're all a size 12. My aunt actually gave me a bunch of her clothes, and these were in the pile of clothing that she gave me. She does watch my YouTube's videos, so thank you to my auntie. Anyways, okay, so these sold for $81 and my earnings were $64.80. I don't know if I should have listed these a little higher or if I should have listed them one by one, but I kind of just lotted them up since they were all the same style and the same size. And they sold pretty quickly. I mean, and somebody else, they get all these nice pants for work, so can't complain. Okay, next are these Lily Pulitzer leggings. These, I probably had these for like a year, I would say. These sold for $45 and my earnings were $36. I got these in the bins, so very happy with this. Anytime I see Lily Pulitzer, especially in the bins, I pick it up because it always sells and it always sells for a decent price. And you can even get like smaller sizes and they'll sell because usually I'm just looking for bigger sizes on items, but with Lily Pulitzer, anything in any size will sell. So I think these were a size small, those leggings, but oh no, they were a size large. But still, I've sold like size 0, size 00 for like decent money, so that's pretty good. Okay, the next item that I want to go over that sold is this Aline Fisher 100% organic linen again. This was so cute. It was very like lagging look and oversized. It was this burnt orangey color. This sold for $40. My earnings were $32. And this was in excellent condition. I got this in the bins again. Yeah, I would pick up Aline Fisher all day, every day, especially in the bins and especially in good condition. Very happy. I remember like picking, like I have it in my mind, like the memory of me like picking it up and like feeling it, knowing it was a good material, and then looking at the tag and it was printed on there. Like this is how my memory gets with items. It was the tag is printed on, so it's not like a real like tag, like a flappy tag. It was like a print of Aline Fisher, and it was in that. Usually like it can come off or like it pills off, but it was perfectly placed, like it just got like pressed on. So I was like, okay, this was awesome. This was a great find. And it was also in a bin that I can't believe how much I remember about certain items. Anyways, it was in a bin that was like old, that like nobody was going to, everybody's looked through it, and it was just like on top. Like, I'm like, okay, that's an easy pickup. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So this is a Lily Pulitzer size 0 romper dress. This was so cute. I got this in Florida. Me and my husband go to Florida in January for the whole month. And there's this thrift store that I just go to like after work or whatever. If I'm bored, I'll just go to it. And this was there. This was one of the items I picked up. This, I think I paid maybe, I would say 10 or 11, maybe $12 for it there. And it sold for 55. My earnings were 44. Yeah, so this I picked up in January and it sold. So it was just listed for a few months and it was a size 0. So very happy with that. It's called the Kipton Romper Dress, one shoulder. I'm not going over all of my sales. I'm just kind of highlighting some and like going over certain ones. Okay, next is this Anthropologie. It was Florette or Florite jumpsuit. I picked this up at a Goodwill near my house. So I think I paid maybe like $8 for this item. It sold for 30 and my earnings were 24. I got this on a brand new rack that just came out and I was just kind of poking through and I saw the Florette tag and I knew that that was an Anthropologie brand. So I just went ahead and picked it up. It was really cute. It's very flowy, like it's a jumpsuit, but it's so flowy that when you're like wearing it, it looks like you're wearing a dress, but it's actually like a fun little jumpsuit. Okay, the next item I wanna go over is this Boston Proper 100% linen. Oh my gosh, this is too funny that there's so many linen pieces. These were new with tag and they were so cute. They're like this cargo pant and I've had these for like 2 years. Like I thought I would sell these so much quicker because they were new with tag. They were linen, they were from a decent brand. They were like a wider leg. So I don't know why these took so long. And they didn't sell for that much. They sold for 25. I thought I would get more. And my net earnings were 20. I'm pretty sure I picked these up in a thrift store also, like, and paid a little bit more for them because I just thought they were pretty cool. But yeah, it took so long for these to sell. So I don't know why that took so long. I don't know. I feel like if I saw that again, I'd be like, wow, these are great. I'm gonna pick them up. But yeah, they didn't sell for that much as I thought originally. So okay, next is this Honey Love shapewear like tank top moment. This I got in the bins and I remember on, you know, somebody's YouTube, you know, because I watch people's like hauls and stuff, they were talking about Honey Love. So when I picked this up in the bins and it was in excellent condition, this sold so quickly and for decent money. This sold for $38. My earnings were $30.40. So that's awesome. I used keywords. This was called the Lift Wear Tank. I used wire-free, tummy smoothing, sculpt, compression, shapewear, undergarment, cami. So pretty good. And this was a size, oh, I also said medium support. This was a size extra large. So that was a great size too for shapewear. So yeah, that was a great piece. I would definitely pick up Honey Love in the future if I come across it for sure, especially in the bins. Okay, next is this vintage Lee 90s sweatshirt. This was pretty cool. It was like this really cool like purple. It reminds me of like 80s, 90s, like that purple color. And then it also said like United States Post Office or Postal Service, something like that. So I used like graphic sweatshirt as a keyword. And then this I got in the bins. It sold for $35, which is great for a vintage item, like a vintage sweatshirt. I thought that was pretty good. And then my earnings were 28. So I probably spent like $3 I'd say for this. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I spent a little bit more because it was like a heavier sweatshirt. I'd probably say like 4. Let's go with 4. This is me just estimating. Okay, the next item that sold was this Levi's Sherpa like shacket. This had a different Levi's label that I've never seen. It said like Levi's Made and Crafted, and that is a more premium label because I found the original listing of this on the Levi's website and it was like over $300 was the retail price. I could not believe it. So yeah, I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Like I have to definitely keep my eye out for this Made and Crafted label within the Levi's brand. I used the keyword Western shirt jacket. I also didn't think that this would sell quickly because it was yellow. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being me. I guess people like the yellow Sherpa jackets. Anyways, this sold for $50 and my earnings were 40. I got this in the bins The retail was $348. Like, what are we doing? And it's just made of polyester and acrylic. Like, I cannot get over that this was $348. And like, I would never have thought that. So yeah, it just sold for $50 and my earnings were $40, which is great for that kind of shacket. I'm happy with that. La da dee. All right, I think I'm done. Okay, the next item I have is this Miracle Suit swimsuit. This was a size 8, and I thought I could have sold this for a little bit more, but I kind of let it go for less than I thought. It sold for $25. My earnings were $20. Again, I got this in the bin, so I still made a good profit. But I just thought I was gonna make a little bit more. It was very cute too. It was like a halter neck with the little white stripes going through it. It was adorable, but it was sitting for a while, and then somebody offered me the 25, so I just went ahead and accepted it. Okay, those are some of the sales that I've been having in May and then the beginning of June. Next, you're gonna see some of my trip to New York, so stay tuned for that. Here we are driving into the city. You can see the beautiful New York skyline. Yes, we drove, we're crazy. The first morning we were there, we got brunch at this adorable hotel that was located in the meatpacking district. Here I am sipping on my cappuccino. After brunch, we went over to the Whitney Museum, which is American contemporary art. This panoramic view is from the deck, and it was just so gorgeous. It was a beautiful day. And then in the back here, you can see the One World Trade Center. So that was kind of cool. After the museum, we went over to the Chelsea Market, and they had a lot of just like small business booths, and there was restaurants, and then there was also like regular stores. There was also this sample sale here. This is where Nick is going through the Theory clothes. They were 65% off. I think this was just a pop-up of some kind of a business, and they just had all this inventory that they marked down. We didn't end up buying anything, but Nick did try on a few things, and I wasn't really looking to source anything, so I wasn't like too crazy looking at things, but it was just really interesting to see everything. Here's some redone denim, so that was cool. They didn't have my size. I wasn't looking to source. I was kind of just looking for me and Nick if we wanted anything. We didn't end up finding anything that we wanted though, but it was still cool to look around and just see how accessible, you know, designer items are in New York City. There was an Anthropologie store in the Chelsea Market, and I tried on a few dresses. I liked the colors of this and like the print, but I did not like the style. Didn't feel good in it, so pass. This one, I always have this problem. I'll get a size medium and everything fits except for up top. It's always too big. So that was a no, and I didn't really like the color. This one, oh my gosh, I did not like this at all on me. I mean, I felt like this was like, like Dutch, you know, those with the wooden shoes. I feel like I needed a pair of wooden shoes with this. Wasn't feeling it. Now this dress I loved. I thought this was so adorable. I can't remember the brand, but I took a photo of it in my phone, and I was gonna look it up on Poshmark to see if somebody bought it and then I could buy it used. Okay, this is the next day. We got bagels, and then I got this cute little green smoothie, and then we were sitting outside of the Met, and we were gonna, you know, we were just eating lunch and then people watching, and then we were gonna go in the Met. Okay, so here's a painting in the Met. They have so much artwork there. I mean, you could just spend days in there. This painting, there's just so many stories going on. You could look at it forever. It was a triumph from one of the emperors in Rome. This crown is pure gold, and there's like real emeralds all throughout. It was from some kind of tribe in South America. That was one of the crowns. And then this, I just love the blues. Oh my gosh, I was like mesmerized by the blues. Okay, this was in the Costume Institute within the Met, so we had to wait 40 minutes to get in, but look at that fabric. It's like insane in person. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but they had all these like old costumes, and it was just like this huge like experience. But it was really cool going through there and seeing everything. Here's some more footage of inside the Costume Institute. But yeah, you had to like get on a wait list to get inside this specific exhibit. Okay, this is like the next day. This was in the MoMA, which is the Museum of Modern Art. They had so many Picasso paintings. This piece I am obsessed with. I didn't even know it was in this museum, but I used to paint, and this specific painting was a lot of inspiration behind some of the paintings that I did. And I didn't even know that it was in that museum. So when I turned the corner and saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm seeing this. This was a protest that was happening outside of Hermes. I don't know the whole details behind it, and it was very organized. They weren't even there for very long, but yeah, I thought that was wild. Okay, we ended up going to The Great Gatsby on Broadway with Jeremy Jordan. He was amazing. If you know, you know. And we went to, because Broadway's in Times Square, so we went to this restaurant. You can see there's nobody there, and we just had like this restaurant all to ourselves, and there was this perfect view of Times Square, so we just felt so cool for like 2 seconds. Then the next day I ended up going to Moulin Rouge, so I saw 2 Broadway shows while I was in New York, so I am a lucky girl. Okay, and then on our drive home, we ended up going to this waterfall. It was like a private park, and they had all of these, you can see all of these pathways, these boardwalks through the waterfalls, and you had to pay. It was like $20 a person, so it was kind of expensive. But we just walked around, and it was just such a beautiful day. It was kind of hot, but it was gorgeous. We were in the shade. And then this is a different part. So we ended up going like a half an hour from there to the Delaware Water Gap, where, guys, guess what? I can get a stamp. You know, I love to collect national park stamps. So we went to a few waterfalls here at this national park, and then we ended up going to the visitor center and getting a stamp as well. So here's the visitor center that I went into and got the stamp. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed all of that New York footage. I had such a fun time in New York. It was so dreamy. When I first got there, it was so loud. Like, we went to dinner, just me and my husband. We just left the apartment we were staying at and just went and found something. And I was just sitting outside of the restaurant, and there was just so many sirens and so much loud noise, and I was just like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this for a whole week? But I guess I adjusted and it was fine. But I'm definitely happy to be home again. I don't think I would ever want to live in New York. Sometimes I was like, should I move here? Like, me and my husband, like every 5 seconds we would be like, oh, should we move here? Like, this would be so fun. Like, everything's at the doorstep, and like, it's just, there's so many good things about New York, but I don't know if I would like it for long-term living there. But yeah, I love to visit, and I just think it's so magical. I really love being in the city like that every once in a while, not all the time, but yeah, it was really nice. I bought this really good perfume. I went into Aesop, and they're normally known for like their soaps, but they have really good perfumes, and I smelled this perfume, and it smelled like, it just reminded me exactly of when I went to, and did a tour in Falling Water, which is like, it's a Frank Lloyd Wright house that he built outside of Pittsburgh. And like the smell there, it's like so like woodsy. It's not very like a feminine smell. So they have like unisex perfumes, and this one was more of like a man smell, I would say. but I just think it smelled so good. So I'm gonna start wearing it. It's just, I love it so much. It's very like woodsy, and like it just reminded me of like mid-century. Like if you could bottle that up, like I don't know, I might be crazy, but I just thought it smelled like spicy and so good. So I did splurge on that a little bit. That was pretty fun to like do all that shopping and like seeing everything, because there's not obviously as much shopping in Pittsburgh like that. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a few things, and I hope you enjoyed the New York portion as well. We had the best time in New York, and I'm happy I got to film a little bit of it and share it with you guys. I hope I can get back on a schedule, but I'm not making any promises with the upload schedule. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm just like, every day I'm like refreshing the YouTube studio, like to see if like a video is popping off or something. But yeah, so please subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.